Welcome to another episode of Spilling the Veal. We got your host, Terrence Jennings, and our co-host slash producer, Blake McCauley. And we're coming off that Stanford loss, 76 to 80. What you think? What's your thoughts, Blake?
Last episode, you said that we can't afford to have these teams keep having bounce back games against us. You look at Arkansas, that was their bounce back game against us. Tennessee, that was their bounce back game. And now Stanford, they had that bounce back game against us. And then Emeka Okori, and we didn't want him to drop 30. Well, he didn't drop 30, he dropped 28. And then we fed Fru early, I think, and then I think he subbed out around 9 minutes 30 seconds left in the second half. Didn't come back in until crunch time, and he was 5 for 5 before he came out. And then he didn't touch the ball again until that final touch at the buzzer beater. But what are your thoughts after that game?
Man, like I said, it was tough. I don't feel like this to me, it looked more like a coaching. It was a coaching game. There's a lot of it was chess. It was a lot of chess. You know, I could tell that both coaches prepared really well for each other. It's a few things that kind of stuck out to me. I mean, Ryan, we weren't counting on Ryan. He probably missed his first 9 shots of the game. So he didn't really come out like he wanted to. He still ended up with 18.7 rebounds, 2 assists, but he shot 6 for 21 from the field. I mean, which I feel like we're asking a lot more of him. He's basically our primary ball handler, and he's really not a pure point guard. And I think that's what we are kind of lacking right now, just somebody to run our offense, get us into those sets, push the pace, control the pace, a floor general. Like I said, hopefully we get Mike Hill back soon. Hopefully he's getting the treatment that he needs to get, and we can get him out here because we definitely could have used him this past few games, and definitely going to need him against Duke. So hopefully that he gets that clean bill of health because we're definitely going to need him out there. But I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. Isaac, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 for 11 from the field. It's not bad. He shot 3 for 8, 3 for 8 from the 3-point line. Yeah, Javon, he was aggressive. I'm not mad at how Javon played. He made some pretty big plays toward the end of the game. But the tail was Okori. We had to figure out how to funnel him into the help defense. And he did what he did, and though these are the results. There's a lot to be learned from a loss. It's not the end of the world. We're 1-1 in conference, so we will be okay. But we definitely have to learn from these mistakes. Get some guys healthy back out there. Kaysen, we still got Kaysen, Mike Hill, a few good other guys. We'll go see what's going on with Kobe, and we'll take it from there. But all in all, it actually was a fun game to watch, because I felt like both teams play hard. Just toward the end, it was just a few mental mistakes we made towards the end that I feel like really cost us the game. So that's basically what it is.
When looking at Fru, I feel like the last couple games we've really targeted getting him the ball a lot and making sure he got his touches. But this game, I mean, 5 for 5 before that 9 minute and 30 minute mark, and then he came out during that whole stretch, and then came back in during crunch time. Didn't touch the ball again until that final putback. So, like how if you're Fru, how do you get more involved on a game to game basis, not just these 1 to 2 games? How do you really insert your dominance and get that ball going?
You definitely have to come out with the mentality that I'm going to dominate. You want to have that mentality like I'm going to dominate. So when I'm looking at Fru, it could go. It's either one or two things. Either as a big man, you want to what you call assert yourself. You want to assert your dominance, and you want to make sure that you're making yourself a target. If I'm a point guard, I'm looking at you and you're kind of shelling up like you don't want the ball. Like nobody's gonna give you the ball. But if I come, hey, give me the ball, and everybody in the whole arena can hear you, that means that you want the ball. That means that you're ready to do something. Okay. So your body language depends on that too. I feel like PK is running a lot of plays to get Fru involved more. But I feel like, hey, we got to go to him even more, because I mean, 5 for 5. I mean, he ain't miss a shot. So why we stop giving him the ball? Now, is he running away from the ball? Is he not trying to get to the ball? Are we trying to find places where he's comfortable? I mean, that's up to them to figure out. But all I can say is it goes hand in hand. PK, run the plays for Fru. Fru, make yourself available so everybody wants to give you the ball. Seal and show some emotion, get loud, scream. We got to get some energy out there. He's kind of just he's a quiet guy, reserve. He makes everything happen once he touches the ball, man. But you gotta make sure everybody can see you. You can't be quiet. The closed mouth don't get fed. If they're not giving you the ball, it's the only thing I could think of is you're not making yourself available to actually receive the ball. So if you're doing that and they're not giving you the ball, hey, that's on coach. PK, you got to go blow those guys' hairs back, and you got to tell them, hey, get this man the ball. He's a pro. He's scoring. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Doing what he's supposed to do. So, yeah, that's just all I see, man.
I mean, it seems like every time we ask him to do more offensively, he's doing okay. It's not like he's going in there and shooting 40% on shots under the rim or anything. Every time he's going out there and shooting 70+% every single week. So I feel like if we need more of a paint presence, he might not be calling it as much, but that's where we just got to get on him of getting him that ball, because if he's
Yeah,
got that ball, he's shown that he can do stuff with it. It's
yeah.
just maybe being louder for it.
Like, communication rules the nation. Communication rules the nation. So if I'm a point guard and I want to get my big man the ball, like I said, that's why floor general. A lot of the guys we got handling the ball, they're not primary ball handlers. They don't have the vision to see, like, all right, I need to get my, when and where to get your big man and put them in comfortable spots. So this isn't all on them. They're kind of making do with what they have. But at the same time, one of y'all got to pull each other aside, whether it's Sonny or whether it's one of the guards, somebody that's more vocal. You guys got to get on the same page. Like, hey, I'm gonna get you the ball. You just let me know when you're ready. All this right here, this right here, that's not gonna. I'm sorry. That's I don't see that. If we got 20,000 in here and you going like this, I need you to be like, up, hey, clap, something to make yourself a presence and make yourself available. Energy. That's all I feel like we need, energy from everybody, and that'll be the tale of the tale, man.
I mean, on the season, he's shooting 77.5% field goal percentage.
Right.
So, in last game, 6 for 6. He's had one game where he shot 50% or lower, and that was he
Right.
shot 50% against Cal. Other than that, we fed him against Montana. Montana was a small team, but you
Right.
fed him. He went 9 for 11. It's not like he was just not getting the most out of those opportunities. And then
Right.
even against Cal, when he went 4 for 8, he had 14 rebounds. So he's
14.
still, I feel like as long as you're a guy, I guess there was probably some teammates that you had that Coach Pitino just had to fire him up like, "We need you more. We need wake up. We need you more." And maybe
Yeah.
he's that type of player you always need to get that fire out of.
You gotta hammer it home, because we're gonna need. We don't have no time to be lackadaisical or be cool. It's crunch time now. We trying to make a push conference. You got a tournament coming up. We want to get a good seating. So we don't have any room for error. We don't have much room for error. We got to make sure everybody's in they're in tip top mental conditioning and also physical conditioning heading into these games, because these games are going to get a lot more tougher, and we're not going to just be able to lean on our physical dominance. These next teams we're going to play, they got big guys out there. They got these top guys, so they can physically match up with us. Now it's going to be about thinking. It's the thinking game now. Going against these coaches sets and try to break them down and try to get them out of their comfort zone. It's not just you're playing against somebody one on one. This is like, okay, I got to think about this coach is putting me in these decoy options. He's running guys off screens, slip screens, and just all type of all type of action that you have to watch. So you got to make sure that you're in tune and you're locked in and you're focused, man, because it's gonna be more of the mental and the thinking game for sure.
We'll dive into this week's good, bad, and ugly. We've got 3 good, 2 bad, and 2 ugly. So,
Okay.
we could probably go all ugly if we want, but we
Man,
gotta save some for the bad.
yeah, we gotta save it for the bad, man, but it's all good. It's all learning. Okay. So this is a good offensive rebound by Javon. He goes up strong. That's great technique right there. Okay, makes his move, goes up strong. Boom, boom. So his watch this move, that quick spin to get inside positioning. That was a great spin to get inside positioning to take that offensive rebound. And then he goes back up strong, holds his base and finishes through, misses the shot, gets his own rebound and tips it back in. So this is effort. This is what you call a straight effort play. Bam. I'm going up. I miss my shot. Bam. I tip it back in because I'm hustling. So this is great job by Javon. Like I said, then this is ever. He's undersized. He's going against a smaller guy, going against a smaller guy. So he's taking advantage of his size on that end. But great effort by Javon. Great offensive rebound. Great way to attack. Okay. So this was a great. So we got a Corey. He's penetrating to the middle. Um, he penetrates to his left, and PK put a taller guy on him. We got Kanai on him to kind of just give him a different look, get him some length at him. So he makes his move towards the left. Then Isaac he slaps down to get him to pick the ball up early, and that allows Kanai to take one step over, use his length, and block the shot, which it was a really great defensive play, great defensive effort. And I like the way Kanai is playing defense. He's in a good stance. He's making them uncomfortable. Blocks it out of bounds. Next time, only thing is try to keep that block in bounds. Try to keep it in bounds if you can. It's not always the easiest thing, but try to keep that block in bounds so we can get the break started on the other end. But great defense.
He guarded a Corey a pretty good amount, and it seems like Kanai's the guy. He's ready to guard he's looking to guard the best player on any given night. If somebody can't stop him, he's stepping up saying, "Let me get this guy." So,
Mhm.
I mean, he's the dog that you want on that defensive side for sure, and I think he's a guy, the more that we play, we're gonna have to unleash him, not
Right.
really because of his offensive skill set, just because we need him on the defensive side more than anything.
Yeah, he's a great defensive player, adds a lot of length, lateral quickness, and he has a lot of physical intangibles that translates to the brand of basketball that we play. So, I mean, yeah, I think we just need to take advantage of his length and use his defensive capabilities, and that'll propel his offense. I think his if he just hones in just straight defense, gets those steals, gets those deflections, rebounds, creating those steals, creating turnovers, everything else will translate offensively for him. So he's a definitely important piece, and I like what he did against Okori. It just kind of came like a little bit later into the game, but yeah, we just got to just keep building that confidence, keep coming out there, and making sure we stop the main players. We have to control those main guys because it's only gonna get crazier from here, man. So just make sure you locked in.
We'll get into our last of the good plays.
All right. So we got a scramble. Everybody's scrambling around. Okay, we got three reds on the floor. That's good. And then we got a great penetration by Ryan. This game really came down a lot to the 50-50 balls too. There's a lot of 50-50 balls out there. I feel like we could have got our hand on a few more. So a few times we missed the opportunity to dive on the floor and get to the ball, but so It's a loose ball right here. It's 50-50 ball. We come up with it. Isaac gets on the ground. Okay. And then shoot blow by. Ryan attacks to his strong hand, gets the layup. And this is good. This is good right here. This is hustle. This is effort. There's no play that you're not going to draw this play up. This is just effort. And this is what happens during the course of the game. And then you make do with what you got. You know, this brings us to a 1 point. We're down one. He makes this layup. We're at a 1 point game after this. And yeah, if we keep that same effort that we just had right there for those last 4 minutes, I believe this is a different outcome. I mean, yeah, it's I said 50-50 balls, effort, a lot of those things they do factor in. Free throws. It's a lot of stuff that factors into you if you're gonna win or lose a game. So hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. We just gotta go to the film and, and see what's going on, man. Cause yeah, it's tough.
No, I mean, 4 minutes left. You love to see 3 people on your team go down. I mean, there's really only one on that other team. You see the other guy,
Yeah,
he could jump in for it. He doesn't. We have 3 guys go down there, which he's got somebody on his feet, but who wants it more? We've got 3 people busting it down there. They don't care if they're landing
yeah.
on anything. They're fighting for it. So,
Man, who wants it, man? You gotta really want it. You gotta want it, and you gotta breathe it. You gotta want and breathe it every time down the floor. You can't leave anything for chance. Everything has to, all the food has to, all the scraps off the table. We gotta eat everything. We want all the food. Okay, no food out there, but hey, that's what's going on.
let's get into the too bad.
Okay, here we go. Now, what is going on here? uh, so this is just miscommunication. Sonny, hey, you my guy, I like you a lot, but this looks like, go ahead, do it real quick. Let me see. Communication. Like I could tell he didn't say anything. And Kanai, I mean, it's you gotta get on your good foot, and then Sonny should be stunting a little bit to give him a slight help. Like Sonny should back off a little bit, say, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you, and make Kanai get on his good foot, make him sprint because he's jogging. So he's too far, but Sonny can drop back a little bit and shoot. If y'all had to switch for a second, that's fine too. But until y'all can get back, but Sonny should be dropping back, holding the Curry up. He could have even dropped back and got the steal if he was had his head on a swivel. That's why you got to keep your head on a swivel because he just throws the ball right over his head, bam, right past his head, bam, and it's a foul. It could have been, and he almost got his teammate put on Sports Center top 10.
That's what I will give Kanai credit, that you can tell he loves to play defense because he's not scared to get postered. Some
Yeah,
people, they're scared to, I'm not going up to block that. I'm not getting put on a poster. He does not. He's going to block
right,
everything. So I
right.
respect that effort for sure.
Right. And you got to communicate because he's working out there, but it's hard to see everything that's going on. So that's why you have to talk and communicate. I got you because he's working. The Kanai is not slacking or he's not cheating the game in any sort of way. Okay. He just needs direction. Okay. That's why you got to communicate. I got you. I got you. I got you, Kanai. I got you. I got you. I'm going to space out. Help a little bit. Stunt. You got to talk, bro. You have to talk to your players. You got to make sure everybody, because it's a lot of stuff that they don't see. That's why they always tell us to call out the screens for our guards. It's screen left, because you can't see the screen coming. You're guarding the ball. So there's no way you could, if you, soon as you go like this, soon as I go like this, guess what? Blow by. So you have to stay locked in. So there's no way I could, I'm seeing the screen. Man, he's already at the basket by the time you do this. So you have to communicate. It's inevitable. So that's one thing that's gonna have to change moving forward on these games. Talking, communication, helping out, stunting, just not, it's a lot. It's a
I
lot it
feel like
goes
a
into.
majority of our bad or ugly plays have came they're from the out of bounds plays where we just have a lack of communication, or it's just like that one missed rotation where nobody was talking and nobody's
Right,
there, and that's what led to a big basket. So these do look like fixable problems, but yeah.
right. Yeah, we're too worried about our man and guarding our man. You have to guard, man. You have to be ready to stun. You have to be ready to help. You have to be ready to rebound, box out. Okay, he's not your man. We got that. All right. You just gonna let him get the ball? It's like, come on, your man got screened, your man got held up. You have to help for him for a minute. Now, if y'all have to switch or kind of rotate, you switch, you could switch for a minute, but once you stop the play, everybody can get back to their respective mans and get back to where they're supposed to be. But you have to be talking. You got to be talking, talking, talking. That's one thing we did. We talked about everything. Everything was communication, and a lot of things that went wrong was due to lack of communication. Yeah. Okay, so this is effort. This is an effort play right here. There's no possible way a guy should be able to shot fake, misses on rebound, get his rebound back, rip it from four of our players, and get the and one. Okay, we got four jerseys. There's four jerseys in there, and we're not, and nobody's getting in there. We're all kind of just trying not to foul. We got our hands up. I mean, this is this is just pure effort. You can't draw this play up. You got to go get the ball. You got to get in there, get the jump ball, get your hands on the ball, squeeze it, pause, and make sure that you secure the rebound. Yeah, I'd like to see Sonny get in there a little bit more. I like to see him get back, sprint back, get in there, take the ball, and yeah, this is just an effort play. We got to get in there, rip that ball out of his hands. Can't allow a guy to get his own rebound and put it back up on four of our players and get an and one. So I'm sure they'll go back and look at that and not be too happy with that. I'm sure that won't happen again, but that's an effort play right there. You know, it's this, you can't teach effort. You just gotta, it has to come from within. And hey, you gotta put your hard hat on and take pride. You know, you gotta take pride in just not letting a guy do something like that. That's just man stuff. So for sure, yeah.
We'll talk about it during the Duke preview, but if we let Cam Boozer and Patrick Gongba, I think is how you say it,
Yeah.
Gongba, yeah, those two are, I mean, they're 6'9", 250, 6'11", 250. They're a giant,
Yeah.
one of the most physical teams we're going to play all year. So
Right.
we're going to need that effort.
We're gonna need a lot of effort, man, a lot of strength, heart, and just physicality. You can't be afraid to get in there and get dirty. So for sure.
Let's get into these two ugly.
Okay. So yeah, this is all these things that are happening has to be communication because um so I don't know if Isaac I don't know if he knows the screen is coming right. I don't know because he kind of jumps. Okay, he jumps, or yeah, he's coming to it, going towards his right. So he kind of jumps towards the screen. But Sonny, he's he's forcing a middle. He's jumping it towards the middle, and the screen is happening on the other side. So he should be a couple like a step to his left. Sonny should be to the going towards his left, taking a step towards his left. Yeah, helping, shading, or something until Isaac can get in a prop back into the proper defensive position, and then he can get back to his man. But he's kind of, yeah, they're dead right here. He's coming up too far. Isaac's got screened. Sonny's out of position to help. So now it's essentially um, a four, basically shoot a 4-on-3, or should it just, yeah. Yeah, so he has he has a wide open lane to attack as he wants. And you know what Corey does. You know, it's just this isn't even any type of resistance. This is just a walk to the lane, but communication. Hey, screen left, screen left. all right, the screen is happening left. Why are we should be in a help position? And yeah, so that's kind of what happens. Communication and not being in the correct position, especially against a team like this and the teams that we play moving forward, can't happen. Can't happen. We're honestly with a lot of mistakes that we had, we were lucky to be we were close the whole game. This was a close game. This wasn't a game that just like, okay, they completely dominated. This was a game where just little things, just little certain moments cost us the game. But there are other teams out there that these little things that we let happen, they'll compile. They'll keep compiling, and the game will not look as
It'd be a
close, and it
snowball
won't look.
effect.
It'll be a snowball effect. So we have to correct these things now because other teams will will just completely take advantage of those defensive lapses and mistakes.
Into our last of the good, bad, and ugly.
Okay, so this is just yeah. So it looks like what they call a Gortat screen. So number four, he and Ali, you my guy, man, but big fella, you can't allow a guy to push you into your own teammate. And this is essentially a double screen. He screened two players, and this just gives the big fella the wide open lane to go get a wide open dunk at the Baja. Okay. Now I felt like Kanai was trying to get through there, but Ali, you have to kind of step down a little bit, and create what we call a window. You want to open up that window so that Kanai can get through, so he can use his athletics. So if Ali is a step down, that should create a window. Now, if Kanai does get screened, then Ali will be there to help, and it wouldn't be a problem because it's two big men right here. This is a big man play. They could just switch. They could just switch. Bam, y'all could just switch that. Um, Kanai's in a good position. He can guard number four, and then Ali can guard the big man and keep him from getting to the basket and dunking on our heads. So this is, like I said, window. We got to make a window, create a window, and this is about having your head on a swivel. You got to drop down and use your peripheral vision and see everything that's going on. But yeah, slide down one. Kanai can get through, and we can, give them at least a little bit of resistance on getting to the basket that easily.
Just wanted to take a second and give a big shout out to Bestway, home of the low price guarantee or it's free, where you can get all your home furnishing needs on a deal. They have everything from smart refrigerators, washer dryer sets, 86-inch TVs, PS5s, Xboxes, all the way to reclining living room suites and bedroom suites. Bestway offers so many ways to pay, from retail to rent to own and even financing through Lendmark. With 2 locations in Indiana, 1 in New Albany and 1 in Jeffersonville, and 5 locations in Kentucky: Radcliffe, Dixie Highway, Hikes Lane, Shelbyville, and Shepherdsville. Stop by today and tell them that we sent you to get $100 off your new item. Now let's get back to the show.
Next game, we've got a Tuesday night matchup at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN against the Duke Blue Devils. Terrence, we got a stripe out this game. Wear your red and black, whatever section you're in. Make sure you know if you're red and black, and you come sporting it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be ready, man. I'm gonna be in there. Gotta have all my gear ready to go. I'm ready to cheer everything on. And we got a big game. This is a big game right here. So I can't miss this one. All right. They need me in there for my support. Sure.
They are currently playing right now as we speak. They're up 74-65 with 8 minutes left in the second half at Florida State. They're currently 12-1, number 6 in the country right now. Terrence, what are your 3 keys for this game?
All right. TJ's 3 keys. Key number 1, have to put a body on all the bigs. You have Cam Boozer and Patrick Gangba. They're game wreckers. Boozer leads them in every meaningful stat, and Gangba has he has really great vision for a big man. So they're both very physical and skilled. So we have to limit their impact. So Sonny, you got to come out. We need 14, 15 rebounds from you. You got to put a body on those guys because it's going to be very important. Key number 2, run Isaiah Evans off the line. His shooting percentage is a little low this season, but his ability to make threes is off the charts. So we have to make sure that we run him off the line. I mean, he shot 42% last season, which is exceptionally well. And 90 of his 127 career makes are from three-point line. So that tells you everything you need to know about him. We must run him off the line, force him to become a playmaker, and make it uncomfortable for him. Key number 3, we have to bring our defensive intensity. I feel like against Stanford, they won the defensive intensity battle against us. We have to go out there and we have to impose our will. We have to play with. We're playing at home, so we're gonna have to have the most energy, the most intensity on defense, and that's gonna be the difference in the game. So those are TJ's 3 keys.
Yeah, Cam Boozer, he's leading the entire country in points per game, leads them in literally points, rebounds, assists, steals. So, I mean, he's going to be a top 3 pick in the draft for a reason. And then you do have the Gongba guy that we touched on. He's going to be a top 20 pick as well, probably. He's a big body, has great like for a center, he has great passing vision. Like, I'm not going to say he's Ollie or anything because I feel like Ollie's passing ability is kind of special, but this guy, he can really, really pass. And then kind of leading down there as a veteran guard, they still have Caleb Foster. He's been there for 3 years now, basically been a 3-year starter for him. I believe he was a McDonald's All-American. So he's going to be steering the ship for him, and that's what's going to make them really hard to beat come March is they've got those 2 top guys and Gongba and Boozer down low, and then you've got that veteran guard that's just going to facilitate everything. So we've got them here, and then in a few more weeks we go down. I think it's the last week of January. We go to Duke and play them again. So we've got a battle coming up.
Yeah, this is what we prepare for. It's the time. The time is here. We battling right now. Okay, so we don't have no time for excuses or anything like that. We just got to come out high energy, ready to play, and get this dub for sure.
Terence, for this week in Cardinal history, we're going back on one that almost 8-year-old Blake was going crazy for. This one's January 4th, 2009. Edgar Sosa hits the buzzer beater. Well, 2 seconds left on Kentucky's head.
Yes.
74-71. We've talked about it a couple times on this show about what that experience was like, but what do you really remember from that game?
Man, listen, that was probably the most exciting time. And I had only been at the University of Louisville for like 3 months, maybe like 3 or 4 months. This is probably one of my earlier games. I didn't play much. I did a lot of watching this game. but I just remember that it was packed. We were playing in Freedom Hall, and it was just packed, to the brim. It was intense in there, honestly. Man, I mean, shout out Edgar. Shout out Edgar, man. Shout out all my teammates, man, that came through. Jerry, Sparto, Earl, T Will. T Will had a great game too. He had a wonderful game too. Everybody, it was an intense game. The refs let us play. And shout out UK. They had some great players too that, really bring Patrick Patterson, Jody Meeks, all those guys. So, and it could have went either way, but shout out Edgar. He came through in the clutch. We all knew he was going to take the shot. We knew he wasn't going to pass the ball, just get out his way. And he came through. That's a shot he takes all the time, every day in practice and every game since I've been watching him play basketball. But I remember the energy was special. It was second to none. And leading up into that game, I just remember everybody, like I said before, they don't care. Nobody cares about anything that happens during the season, long as you beat UK. And I remember, leading up into that game, there were a lot of people, are you going to beat UK? and for us to actually, you know, make the fans wish come true, especially in such a great fashion, just so presidential and just just
The
perfect.
perfect way. Perfect way.
You couldn't have read it. You couldn't have read it in any other way. It just happened miraculously. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's what you want, and it'll go down in history. You know, it was probably one of the greatest Louisville moments, sports moments in Louisville basketball history, or maybe just even Louisville sports history. It's definitely one of those iconic plays and iconic things. So I'm glad to be part of that, to be a part of that. And yeah, it was, especially after the game. I mean, it was a
Oh,
parade
I
in the
could only imagine.
hey,
Could only imagine.
hey, we not paying, we didn't have to pay for nothing. We didn't have to, everything was presidential, everything was free on the house, man. So shout out,
Violation,
shout
violation. You can't do that.
hey, no, ain't no, hey, this too much time removed right now, statute of limitations. Hey, I ain't say who it was. I just know that the city took great care of us that night. So
No, I
shout
just
out to them.
remember before the whole NIL thing, like you couldn't even get cream cheese for a bagel. A coach couldn't buy cream cheese for a bagel for a player.
And that's yeah,
That's or peanut butter. You couldn't put peanut butter and jelly on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think it just
yeah.
had to be either peanut butter or jelly. You couldn't put both of them together. So
Right,
then
right.
you talk
Yeah.
about crooks. There's a reason that nobody NCAA has no say so in anything that's going on right now, and we'll be talking about the football transfer portal coming up. But yeah, the NCAA has no say in what's going on right now. So
Yeah, hopefully they get that together soon. I'm all for the players getting money, getting paid and compensated, but I would like to see some more regulation and more just just continuity and just more structure when it comes to these NIL deals and what's going on. But we'll get more into that in the later episode for sure.
yeah. All right, that's everything that we've got today here with 35 KY Sports. Thank you to Unrivaled, Best Way, and Derek A. Stewart Realtor. Make sure to go into our description on both YouTube and Spotify to get your free $26 wash from Unrivaled if you haven't yet. Also, he's got the shirt on. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Make
sir.
sure we head into Best Way, get $100 off your new item. All their locations are in the ad that we run in the middle of this show. But Terrence, you got anything before we head out?
Man, happy new year to everybody. Make sure you follow Spilling the Veal on all platforms. And shout out to Unrivaled, Best Way, Derek A. Stewart Realtor. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And till next time, man.